Hello and welcome back to AC Tabletop Gaming. Here this evening in the garden for some garden hammer. Just playing a little 1200 point game for a bit of fun, and thought I'd try and film it and see what we get out of it. So yeah, here we are. So playing Dawn of War. We've got 5 objectives on the board, and never had Prior Nexus deck, haven't got the new chapter improved deck, and I sold my Leviathan deck, so I've broken up the Tempest of War. So yeah, these bad boys, and we'll see how we get on with playing with those missions, just for a bit of fun. But yeah, so quickly on to the list. So Eldar playing Warhost. We've got a Warwalker and some Fire Dragons. We've got 5 Dark Reapers, 5 Banshees with the Warlord, the Autarch sat in there with his fusion gun. We have a Death Jester sat back here. And then on this flank we've got 5 more Dark Reapers, some Scatter Laser Wind Riders, a Star Weaver with a Troop Master and Troop in it, and 2 Missile Launcher Venoms. For the Ultramarines, we have 5 JPI. We have the Captain with Lieutenant, and they've joined some company heroes. We have an Invicta Warsuit. Down behind there we've got some Blade Guard and some Inceptors and 5 Intercessors. And then on the right flank, 5 Heavy Intercessors, 3 Suppressors, 3 Eradicators, and this is where all the fire support is. We've got the Ballistus Dreadnought. So, regards enhancements, the Warlord has the Honor Vehement, and the Lieutenant has Artificer Armour. So, here we go. We're going to break it on into the missions. Don't know how it will work mixing it up a little bit with the different cards, but it just could be a little bit more interesting. So see you for turn 1. So who is going to go first on this glorious evening? 4H is a good start. Blue dice being the Ultramarines. Ultramarines 6, and well, Eldar. So it looks like Ultramarines turn 1. Okay, so Ultramarines have pulled no prisoners and overwhelming firepower. Pretty difficult looking at the requirements for turn 1. So what has happened? We gained the command point. The JPI have just tucked up behind here, along with the command company heroes. The Invicta Warsuit has just used a scout move and then moved into this position to get an angle on the Viper. The Inceptors have advanced just behind here to get some cover. Intercessors stayed in the same place. Blade Guard has stayed there on the bottom level. A bit further on the right flank, then we have the Ballistas has just poked out and put a bit of an Overwatch threat downtown, and then the Suppressors and Eradicators have stayed behind cover, leaving the Heavy Intercessors to push on up and start claiming the objective. We are playing Take and Hold. Oath of Moment has been placed on the Warwalker. So into the shooting phase. So we will start with the Invicta Warsuit into the Viper, and it's going to start with the Twin Iron Hail Autocannon. Okay, that is 1 hit, and we have strength 9. So that is a wound, and it's definitely getting cover. So 3 up save, and that is a save. Okay, and then the Stubbers, 2 hits, it's be 5 wounds, and then re-roll in. So absolutely nothing there from the Invicta Warsuit. And then the Heavy Bolter, that is, you might have heard 1 dice hit the floor, that's 3 hits, and they are sustained. So strength 5, softness 6, so it's going to be 5 wound, just the 1 wound, and save again, made the save. So unsuccessful from the Invicta Warsuit. That actually concludes the Ultramarine turn. They're going to discard both these objectives for a CP. So going up to 2. And then we're going to go into Eldar. Okay, so the Eldari have pulled a tempting target, which in this it's about picking a objective to get to, which the Eldar have picked the center objective. Sorry, the Marines have picked the center objective, which is a bit of a challenge, I guess. And the other one is bring it down, which is pick the highest wound model, which is the Ballistus. So again, this doesn't look too promising for the Eldar. So movement phase. Warwalker has just shunted slightly so you can get an angle on the Invicta Warsuit. The Fire Dragons are on the bottom. They've just got themselves in range of these and potentially firing and failing. Death Jester's got an angle on the Invicta Warsuit. The Banshees have popped forward. They are on the bottom level. Dark Reapers have popped out from the building again. Angle on both the Invicta Warsuit and the Company Heroes. No movement from Wind Riders. Shuffle with the Dark Reapers over here. The Starweaver and the Harlequins have just got within 6 inches for their fusion guns, and the 2 Vipers are also closing in on the Invicta Warsuit, so that could be in trouble this phase. On to Eldar shooting, and we're going to start with the 3 fusion pistols in the Starweaver at the Invicta Warsuit. So we have 3 hits, strength 8, toughness 8, so 4s. Oh, 3 wounds. This could be the end of this very, very quickly. That is then 3d6 damage at -4 and no cover. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Okay, got a lot more coming in, so I'm going to leave that. So it's taken 7. So 3 Neuro Pistol hits, doesn't wound, and the 2 both hit. Shuriken Pistols and neither wounds. Okay, so Shuriken Cannon on the top, just 1 hit, 5s, does wound, and that is a failed save. There's another 2 damage, should take a 9, so down to 3 remaining. And then the next, just 1 hit, 5 to wound, no wounds. So 3 wounds remaining on the Invicta Warsuit. And go straight into this Viper. So missile misses, and then the Shuriken Catapult, 1 hit, does wound at -1 and makes the save. So I'm going to rinse and repeat with this Viper. Or am I? Dark Reapers. So 4 Dark Reaper. 3 hits. Strength 10. That is 2 wounds. -2, so 5 up saves. Okay, and does that blow up? It does blow up. Then D3, 3 to the Viper. That is rather painful. And let's just measure up, see if these JPI are in range as well. So JPI were in range. They've taken 1 mortal wound. That comes now back to this missile Viper, which has got angle on the JPI itself. So missile launcher hits and fails to wounds, and the Shuriken Catapult, 1 hit, wounds and cover 3 up. No, so that kills a JPI. So 1 JPI down. So that brings us across the battlefield onto the Fire Dragon. So 4 fusion guns, and yeah, 4 fusion guns. So that is 3 hits. We're on 3s though. 3 wounds and no save on these. So the first one does 1 dead, second one dead, third one down to 1 wound. And then the fire pike hits. Woo, doesn't wound. Okay, so that's 2 dead heavy intercessors. And I think that is the end of the shooting phase and the end of the turn. Tempting target, didn't get, bring it down. They're going to bin it off for a CP. It's a slow start on the victory points. Come back for turn 2. Just quickly, I did fire and fade the fire dragons back behind the wall for a bit of safety from the heavy intercessors. So, turn 2, everyone has their command points. The Marines control 2 objectives, giving them 10 points, and they're called Investigate Sites, which is now area null, and Defend Stronghold, which the intercessors have. So potential for some secondary points for the Marines. Movement wise, the JPIs have come around here and faced off on the objective, the Viper. Blade Guard have pushed through the building and are just holding here. Interceptors just hop around the corner to investigate the site in the middle. Suppressors have come all the way across to get an angle on the Walker. Intercessors stay the same, heavy ones, and the ballistas is just pushed up again to get some angle. Oath of Moment has gone on the sheath just in the bottom of that building just to try and discourage them coming out. And we have that is it for the movement phase for Ultramarines. So into the shooting phase. Okay, we're going to start by using a command point for the JPI. They're going to grenade the Harlequin Star Reaver. So 6 dice, and on 4s we have more. And that's not bad. That's 4 mortals, so it's down to 2 wounds. Quite painful. Okay, and then we're going to shoot pistols at it. So 3 normal pistols, 1 hit, that fails to wound. An overcharged plasma pistol hits, wounds. So save, fails the save. I'm going to CP that. Makes the save, and does the sergeant die? No, so it doesn't get hot. Okay, what other shooting have we got? Blade Guard into the Star Weaver as well. So 3 heavy bolt pistols, 3 hits, 2 wounds. Not getting cover here. But make both of the saves, so interesting. Okay, move quickly on. So we have 9 shots coming in. 3, 6, 9 into the Walker. Not the best. 3 wounds, 3 wounds, and then all save. But it is now suppressed, so you need to remember that as -1 hit. Regarding shooting for an Ultramarines army, that is it. So we're going to go on to straight into the charge phase, and this is the charge going on. 5, they make it. Okay, impact mortals on 4s. Just the 1, so down to 2. Okay, we'll come back for combat. So 16 attacks, hitting on 3s. Wounded on 5s. 3 wounds. -1, so that has failed save. Let's blow up. Okay, so Viper down, and that ends Space Marines turn 2. So Space Marines get 5 points for investigate site and defend stronghold. They need to continue to do. Everyone's going to get a command point. I'm going to pull the cards for the Eldar and do the move. Come back after the movement phase. So had a slight technical hitch. So what has happened? So Viper has shot across, killed a blade guard. All the pistols have gone in and killed 2 JPIs. So now I'm going to move around and do the Dark Reapers into the Inceptors. So got 4 missile shots coming in. 2 of them hit, which I CP1. Brilliant. It's down to 2. And then strength 10. 1 wound. And so just 1 to save with a bit of cover. So 4 up. Yes, so Inceptors are going to come away okay after some appalling shooting. Do have 2d6 shots from the Ultramarine. 2 hits. 1 wound. And makes the save. So Inceptors come out scot-free. What other shooting we got? Right, okay. So coming over here. Now I did say I was going to do some Overwatch, so I might just do that quickly because I forgot about it. So 6s, 2 hits, 1 wound. And that's a save. So dice gods say no. So Fire Dragons survive the suppressor shooting. Okay, so Fire Dragons then into the Ballistas, and we're going to do Armor of Contempt. So 2. So we have 4 fusion guns. Just 2 hits. I can reroll wounds, can't I? All hit. And then 5s. Reroll it. Just the 1. I use their aspect token to flip 1 to a 6. So 2 6-up saves coming up. No, 2 5-up saves. Make 1 fail is a d6 plus 3. So 5. And the Autark hits, not Autark, Exarch wounds, 5-up save, yes. Got away with it a bit, only 5 wounds down, so that's 12 down to 7. And then we're going to do Bright Lights, hits, doesn't wound. Have I CP'd? I did CP. My god, this Eldar shooting phase has not gone well. Interesting. Right. Charges. Harlequins in. Nice. So, Troopmaster with his Troopmaster sword. All hit. Gonna go for +1. Okay, there's 3 wounds. That's 3 saves as well, so that is very good. And then the Harlequin weapons. 3s. Oh, that's a good roll. And then 5s. That is enough to kill the JPIs. There's more attacks coming in, so that is JPIs dead. Did miss the Death Jester, so Death Jester at the Incessors. 3 hits, 3 wounds. Oh my god, that's could be a problem. That was 2 more dead Marines from the Death Jester. The Fire Dragons fire and faded, and then the Harlequins, as they can with the Starweaver, have hopped back into the transport. So I think regards that, we're not going to get assassinated behind enemy lines. We're just going to bin them off for a CP, and then we're going to go into Marines turn 3. So what's happened? So Oath of Moment's gone on this walker. The lone intercessor did pass his battle shock. The ballistas has come to join him. Suppressive stay where they are. They've got a nice angle. It could be the withering death of the fire dragons coming. The blade guard have gone into used adaptive strategies, I think it is, and then they've gone into advance and charge. Intercessors have stayed where they are. Inceptors, sorry. And then the command squad has pushed through, eyeing up the Star Weaver. So we are going to roll a lot of dice for Overwatch, as these guys can try and get rid of the blade guard with their scout lasers. So all that scout laser shooting coming did 2 wounds to a blade guard, so we still have 2 there. So on to the shooting phase for the Marines. So I'm going to start with CP, and we're going to grenade this Star Weaver, which is now dead. Does it blow up? No, it doesn't. So, do we lose any? No, Harlequins get out successfully. So that was grenade, and then we're going to... So, plasma pistol from the captain misses. And then bolt pistol misses. Lieutenant bolt pistol hits. Wounds. Saves. Auto bolt rifles. 2 hits. 1 wound. Save. And finally, the heavy bolter moved to 1 hit. Wounds. Saved. Okay, some very dodgy, jumpy Harlequins. Heavy intercessor into 2 hits. Stay still. 2 wounds. 2 saves from the Elder. It's quite impressive. Okay, suppressors. 3s. 2s. 5s. Okay. 3 dead fire dragons there. And then we're going to move on to the ballistas into the Warwalker. So, Oath of Moment, last commands, both in. Doesn't wound, save, no, and a d6. CPR, 3, 4, 5, so it's down to 1 wound. 4, it's down to 2 wounds. 2 missiles, both hit, both wound. Okay, blow up. No, so that is 1 dead Walker. Okay, Inceptors through onto the Dark Reapers. Okay, it's good shooting text. Always. Some saves here. 4 dead Dark Reapers. So Marines look like getting some killing going on today, and it's almost perfect to line up the blade guard for a charge. Okay, then shooting we did over here, so it's just charges now. I think any more shooting? No. So blade guard in. Intercessor in. Ballistus in. Company Heroes. No, not him. I'm not going to re-roll that. So, Ballistus for some spicy tank shock. Looking for 5s. And that will be the Dark Reaper, Fire Dragon's Dead. Bleed Guard. We need some big 5-up saves here. No, Dead Reaper. I think that then concludes the Marine turn. Tempting target. They got. Skill No Man's Land. They've got. So it's another 10 points for them. So they're racking up the victory points. The Eldar are struggling. Eldar, turn 3, coming up. So what has happened? So the Eldar, they've got to 10 points, lowly 10 points. So got Investigate Site, which we're not going to bother with, and Battlefied Supremacy, Control 3 objectives, which again we're not going to bother with. So it's not looking great from a points point of view for the Eldar. However, Death Jester fancies his chances against the Blade Guard here. The Wind Riders have whipped over here using Star Engines. Battle Focus. Advance and Charge from the Banshees have gone all the way over here. And then some Battle Focus has been used again. Star Engines here to start putting some pressure on the back lines of the Space Marines. So we're going to start here with a missile shot down at the intercessors, which hits and wins and saves. Got 3 6s in a row. Nice. Okay, and Death Jester into the Blade Guard. 3 hits. 2 wounds. The in runs here. And makes them both, so not much use there. Okay, fusion gun from the XR, over his back, misses, and uses 3 CP reroll, hit, fails to win, determined not to kill them from the centre. So, yeah, we have got Dark Reapers into the command squad, so 4 missiles going in. 3 hits, 2 wounds, 5 ups, fail both, so that will kill 1 model, as it's -1 damage, and they have 3 wounds each. What else we got going on? That is probably it. It's not gone particularly well for the Eldar. They are. We've got the Wind Riders shooting at the shooting at the Blade Guard, I think. So, Wind Riders into Blade Guard. Rank 5 3s. 4 failed saves needed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blade Guard 4. Okay, Banshees charging. Can't really fail. And it's good they can't. Okay. So Banshees attacks with the Exarch and her Mirror Sword. And 2s. Anti-infantry 3+. Turn one of those to 6 with the aspect shrine, and then 5 ups. Oh my word, it's just 1 dead in Scepter. Exarch hits Wounds twice. Fails twice. That's 2 dead insects. Attacks back. 1 hit. Fails 2. So Eldar are struggling. They don't seem to be having an impact whenever they do attack. Failed to get any points again, so they still remain on 10 points, and we are going to go back to Marine. Turn 4. So Marines have gone up to 55 points, controlling 3 objectives. To be honest, I'm going to call this game here. It was just a nice evening game. Ultimately, the Marines are going to surround the middle. There's blisters, there's suppressors, there's eradicators, not even stepped into the game yet. Everything's lined up, so I'm going to call it. It's a bit of fun, getting used to rules, play a different mission, and just have a bit of an experiment. So, you know, a bit of a mix up, I appreciate that. Well, probably a little bit difficult to follow, but hopefully you guys did get some sort of enjoyment out of it. And yeah, happy wargaming.